I would look into the mirror and have no idea who that person was staring back at me.
I remember I come home one time and I couldn't cope. I was ready to break.
Asking for help is one of the hardest things you could ever do, ever.
So I've known Michaela since the start of the year, because last year I studied on-screen acting here at South Seas Film and Television School and came back this year just to help out. Yeah, ever since then we've been great friends.
I first met Brayden in the first few days of my acting class. We were partnered up and we've been friends ever since.
My name's Brayden Bryce. I'm an actor, editor, photographer, DJ and MC. So about 12 years ago I DJ'd a corporate event. Afterwards I was talking with my boss and he goes, oh yeah, I got feedback from that Heinz Whitey's gig. And I said, oh yeah, what did they say? And he goes, they hated you. And I went, what? They go, they hated you. They thought you were the worst DJ they've ever heard. And I went, well, I don't get what you're talking about. And he goes, yeah, they hated your music and all the rest of it. And they just said you were the wrong person, all the rest of it. And they just said you were a shit DJ. And I turned around and I said to him, my boss, I said, so you're telling me for the last fucking 12 years that I've been DJing was for nothing? I think was the biggest turning point for me, because that's when depression started kicking in.
My name is Michaela Morgan. I'm 25 and I'm studying on-screen acting at South Seas Film and Television School. So basically, I was diagnosed with depression when I was 17, but kind of, just took it as a grain of salt kind of thing, and it wasn't really anything major until I got a bit older and realised it was more serious than I thought.
After hearing that I wasn't good enough, I was never the same. And yeah, some days I'm like, yeah man, I've got this. I go out there and da-da-da. Like even when my boss rings me up and every time he goes, I've got a corporate for you. Boof, I hit a wall. Yet on the phone, I'm talking, oh yeah, what is it? Yeah, cool. Yep, sweet. Oh, okay, it's here, it's there. Okay, yeah, cool. He goes, oh, you got this, bro? Yeah, sweet as, man. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. As soon as I get off the phone, I'm like, I don't want to fucking do it. I don't want to do it. And a lot of the times, even then, that's where I'll just lock myself in my room. I do nothing. I just, I won't get out of bed. I've got a computer screen here. I've got my laptop here, which is connected to that computer screen. I've got my TV over here with my remote for the TV and my PlayStation right here. TV on, PlayStation on, movie playing. So I'm trying to keep my mind active, because then you don't think about things. And as soon as you don't think about things, you're fine. But as soon as everything goes quiet, that's when it kicks in.
I first met Michaela when she auditioned about 3 years ago, I think it was, first for South Seas, and she was accepted that year, and she went through most of that year and then had to leave. And during that time as a teacher, I got to know her as a teacher, but as the year went on and I could see that she needed a bit of help away from school, we became friends, really. I've got a phrase that I always use, and Michaela will recognise it, and it's, this too will pass. So that's when things are tough, that's kind of, this too will pass, yeah.
So depression it's a little bit hard to say I find a little bit hard to say what the main causes are, because we're all so unique and individual that something that one person might find a difficult thing to cope with in life, another person mayn't so much. Depression can be, environmental factors and psychological factors, individuals, personality factors. It's things that, environmental things at home, things at school, emotional capacity, but fundamentally the brain isn't producing enough of the feel-good drugs in the body, and so it's a process then for the body to start to produce those drugs again, or those chemicals, I should say.
To be honest, I don't know what they'll do. Yeah, I have no idea what they'll do, but I think it also comes down to maybe what would I do? You know, would I take their help? Would I want their help? Because I've dealt with a lot of this by myself. Maybe it is time. Maybe it is time that they know. Maybe it's time that, you know, to have that family. Yeah, it's whether or not they understand. That's the hardest thing. And then, like, because they always look up to me, they, you know, and then for them to show that, I guess I'm human, is the hardest part. To be honest with you, I'm scared. Scared what they'll think.
So I've overdosed twice. The first time was in 2012. I kind of just felt lost and invisible. Like, my intention was never to die, but I just wanted to feel something. Like, I could pinch myself and not feel it. I was numb and, like, I felt soulless in a way. I got all the medication I had, which was sleeping pills, antidepressants, Nurofen, ibuprofen and Panadol, and I had them all spread out, and I was just like looking at them thinking, this is ridiculous. Like, this medication's supposed to help people, but it's not doing anything for me. And I don't remember much apart from an ambulance driver coming in and helping me walk out or stumble out to the ambulance. And then once I was in hospital, I remember there were heaps of people around. I wasn't really paying attention to them, but I was looking over at my flatmates and I saw my phone, and my background picture was my niece and nephew, and I just started crying because, like, how could I hurt people like that? Like, it is a pretty selfish thing to do, and at the time you just don't even think about it. You don't think how selfish you're being, and the people that you're hurting, you just don't. And yeah, I remember thinking about them, even though they hadn't seen any of this stuff, thank God. But their life is fragile, and I'm taking mine for granted. And then I also started thinking about Ruth and her family and what they've done for me. Like, she really, really is my guardian angel. Like, people don't really understand the relationship that we've had, but she built me up and picked me up.
So one of the key things is that you want young people or people with depression to be connected with others. This idea of having connections with other people is really important. And that might be through sport, through a hobby, through social interests, you know, often church groups, those sorts of things, you know.
So I'm Meg. I do a lot of acting, so that's how I met Kayla. We studied together in Palmy. I think the most important thing for me is just to keep her happy. It's a difficult thing because it's something that I don't even fully understand myself, but I've found through her hardest times, it's good to just listen to her. And I think her going through depression in a way has made us stronger, and it could have gone one way or the other. It could have broken our friendship possibly, but I think we have a special kind of bond that just keeps us together. The way our personalities are just seem to match.
Okay, well, tonight I host a quiz night every Tuesday night here at Celsius. I'm just keeping an eye on people, just watching them come in and all that, because it's downstairs here. So yeah, what I do is I just, on the microphone, walk around, we have all the screens with all the quiz questions come up and all that kind of stuff. And basically I just stand there and read them. But what I do though is I come in early and I read the quiz because I'm dyslexic as well. So it's, I freak out, I go, oh, but if I know what's coming up, it makes things a bit easier for me. Some nights I'm like, I just freak out, and I'll go for a piss 2 minutes before I have to start. Same with the DJing, it happens as well. But once I start, and once I'm in it, it's just like, boom, away I go.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the evening. Here we go.
Mentally, my brain's calm, but physically my body's like freaking out. It's like just shaking like this, which is it's normal. People know I'm dyslexic. They know I can't pronounce Māori words and all that, but people go with that and they have fun with it as well, which is kind of the thing. So it's more about entertaining people, and I just my natural comedic self just comes out.
Yeah, pretty much. Always enjoy it down here. It's always a bit of fun.
Yeah, I think coming here is sort of a bit of a highlight for us on a Tuesday night. We always look forward to coming to quiz.
No, I had no idea of Braden suffering from depression. But it doesn't surprise me, most comics do.
Yeah.
And he is a bit of a comic.
Yeah, I could believe that could be a problem with him, because he is that kind of person. He gives it his all.
Bums. And you are?
Correct.
Exactly, it is Taurus. So for those of you with hands on your heads, please sit down.
I had a feeling that Michaela might have been suffering from depression, but I wasn't too sure, because I know what you actually go through on the on-screen acting course.
I actually had no idea Braden was going through the same as me, but it makes me feel better because I like knowing that other people suffer, so it doesn't make me feel wrong or damaged, like
For me, it's isolated.
yeah,
Yeah. It's isolated, like.
it can be quite a lonely kind of travel, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, I take everything as it comes, day by day. Keeping busy seems to help me, so I guess I'll keep doing that. I'm not going to let depression break me or bring me down. I want to keep working at being a better and a stronger person. I think once I tell my family, it'll be a lot easier for me, not hiding it anymore. Support is really important, and yeah, it would be nice not to feel so alone.
This year I've been so much better. I'm not on any medication. I'm not drinking as heavily as what I was, and I'm back doing what I love, which is acting. And so, yeah, you just gotta basically find your sunshine. Gotta find your sunshine, which is pretty cool, which I think I have done. I mean, I still have bad days and down days and stuff, and I have days where I don't want to get out of bed, but you just have to. You need to find something worth living for. And yeah, I think I found that in my niece and nephew, actually. They're like my rock. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, don't really know what else to say.